Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and here is my review of the next chapter for The Last Something Sweet to Bite, Chapter 8, titled No Escape. So yeah, first and foremost, disclaimer, I own nothing. Everything belongs to the rightful owners, so please go and support them and be nice, please. And yeah. And also, some viewers may find this disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised, please. So yeah, Chapter 8 starts off with Sunset sorry about that. With Sunset trying to escape. So yeah, she tries to basically escape from the lab, but just when she's about to seem that all hope is lost, she actually gets a surprise from someone. Actually comes in, and it turns out it's Maud. And yeah, and also she actually grabs like the bag of dog treats, saying that Boulder gets cranky if he doesn't have a midnight snack. So, yeah. So, Sunset asks what Maud is doing here, and she says that it's that where Sunset is at right now is at a public research lab. And that she came there because, well, Boulder was hungry. So, yeah, Sunset tells Maud that she needs to leave. And that her friends might be endangered. And yeah, her friends might be endangered. And she needs to go find them. And she, of course, asks Maud not to tell Twilight that she tried to escape. And Maud agrees, only if she doesn't tell Twilight that she was borrowing some snacks for Boulder. And they have a deal. So, yeah. Sunset manages to escape, and she goes to find the rest of the main six. So, yeah. So yeah, Sunset manages to catch a bus to take her back to Canterlot High. All the while she's reading more information about what Spike sent her. And she actually gets, like if they act fast, they might be able to set things right. And Sunset ends up getting some messages. And it's actually, the message is actually from Rainbow Dash, telling all of her friends that her parents aren't home and that they can come over to her house. But Sunset gets the feeling that she feels like that was a bit too calm for her friends, since they also replied back to the message. Like, they almost seemed too calm. And so yeah, Sunset manages, but before she can do anything else, someone appears behind her, and it's Rainbow Dash. Sorry about that. And of course she tells Sunset, well, Sunset is, well, happy to see her, but also tells her, like, where have you been? Like, how are you hurt? Are you sick? Etc. And Rainbow replies that she's just been busy. And asks if something is up. And Sunset, she tells Rainbow about her nightmares. And also about the candy mare. And she also asks Rainbow Dash if she remembers how Trixie was earlier today when she left her at the nurse's office. And yeah, Rainbow says that she does remember what happened. And she also, like, tells her that Trixie was also throwing up. And Sunset tells her that she thinks that the candy mare was the cause of all this. And since Rainbow Dash hasn't been around lately... Sorry about that. So yeah, since she hasn't been around lately, they all went looking for her and to see if they found anyone suspicious around town. So yeah, and she also tells Rainbow that something might have happened to their friends. So yeah, and Dash asks what that means, since she got texts from everyone, but she got one from Rarity a moment ago. And Sunset tells her that she tried to call them, but none of them answered, and Rarity's phone was out of service. And Rainbow Dash gets the feeling that something may have happened to them. And Sunset tells Rainbow Dash that whoever was responsible may have been the ones trying to contact her, and that they could possibly be at her house by now. I am so sorry about that. And Rainbow starts to panic, wondering if she should call the cops. And Sunset tells her no, and that because, well, they'll probably think it's a prank, or B, it'll scare off who is ever responsible for this. And they also have to find out who is behind all this. So, yeah, she tells Rainbow Dash that she'll get to her house as soon as she can. As soon as she can. Sorry, And she also tells Rainbow to keep an eye out and that she'll be there soon. So yeah, and that's the plan. And we then see Sunset getting off the bus and heading towards Rainbow Dash's house. And yeah. So, but she does look around the neighborhood as she's going to Rainbow Dash's house. Sorry about that. So, yeah. And yeah, she sees that it's all like everywhere's like decorated for Halloween. And yeah. I am so sorry about that, but she makes it to Rainbow Dash's house and she knocks on the door and Rainbow Dash answers. And I am so sorry. And Rainbow asks her if she's okay. And Sunset says that she is fine, and Rainbow Dash invites her in. So, yeah, they head into they go into the living room where it appears that Rainbow Dash was watching a horror movie. And she also, once again, Rainbow asks Sunset if she's okay. And she says that she's just a little on edge from everything that's been happening. I am so sorry about that. So, yeah. So, Rainbow, she then watches the movie and... I am so sorry, excuse me. But given... I am so sorry about that. And... Sunset suggests that they should watch something else because... And Rainbow says, okay, and she looks to see if anything else is on. And while that's going on, Rainbow, of course, since, well, they can't find, all Rainbow Dash can find is horror movies. So she decides that she decides that to not watch it and that they can either play some video games. And yeah, so she then goes into the kitchen to get some snacks, and she tells I am so sorry about that. Sunset to meet her at her bedroom. So yeah, Sunset goes inside. She goes upstairs but she notices that Rainbow has been like she feels uneasy. She doesn't know exactly what it is, but she gets the feeling that something isn't right here. So yeah, she heads to Rainbow Dash's room and yeah, it's messy. You know, like video games are all over the place, and her clothing. And it also seems that she left the window open. But before Sunset can before she can do anything else, she hears something coming from the closet. and she goes to see what it is. And she starts looking through, like, a pile of clothing. And, well, actually, before she can do anything else, something comes tumbling out along with clothing as well. And of course, Sunset is scared at first, but she notices it's not attacking her or anything like that. And she basically tries to see who it is. And Sunset begins to wonder why. Well, she's wondering why she's so scared right now. And she thinks it's either because of the jack-o'-lanterns or... yeah, the jack-o'-lanterns or, like, the decorations that were everywhere. Or... yeah. But what Sunset actually finds is Rainbow Dash. Apparently she has her hands and her feet bound, she's blindfolded, and she also has, her mouth is also gagged, and she appears to be covered in scrapes and scars, as well as some cuts. So, yeah. Sunset, of course, she tries to calm Rainbow Dash down. Saying that she's going to get her out of here, but she needs to be quiet, and she also has to tell her what's going on. So, yeah, Sunset takes off Rainbow Dash's gag, but at first Rainbow is, like, she's so scared Sunset can't even make out what she's saying. So she tells Rainbow to slow down and to take a deep breath. And and Rainbow tells Sunset, "She made me eat them." And Sunset isn't sure what that means. And it's revealed that Rainbow says that it was her parents. And it appears, and the person who was pretending to be Rainbow Dash comes in with finger food. and which is like literal fingers on, and yeah. And of course, Sunset tosses the tray into the air, and apparently, and of course, well, I'll get back to it later, but this imposter tells Sunset if she didn't want any, she should have just said so, and actually eats one of the fingers that was on the plate. And this chapter ends with Sunset and Rainbow Dash being trapped in Rainbow Dash's house as a fog starts to come in and the lights start flickering on and off. So yeah, that was chapter 8 of the last Something Sweet to Bite, and hooey, now we know exactly what happened to Rainbow Dash in this story. It appears so yeah, it seems that she's been captured by the Candy Mare, and she's now what else? And sorry, that was terrible. So yeah, and the Candy Mare has, well, kind of revealed herself. So yeah, like, honestly, so yeah, this was actually, like, this chapter was pretty intense, because it kind of kept you guessing, like what happened to Rain, because basically throughout the story, Rainbow Dash is absent for most of it, and the one we see here is in this chapter isn't her. It honestly reminded me of that one Goosebumps book / episode, Stay Out of the Basement. Or, like, yeah, and it also reminded me of, like, you know, the whole doppelganger thing as well. And, yeah, and also, I think there's actually a hint in this chapter that the Rainbow Dash, before Sunset finds the real one, because at one point, Rainbow Dash says Nightmare Night and not Halloween. Because, well, Rainbow wasn't present when Sunset told her friends about the Candy Mare. At least, yeah, I don't think she was there for that. So yeah. But, yeah. So, yeah, it seems that the Candy Mare is using is using the other Rainbow Dash, the pony version of her, as some, like, I mean, like I said before, it's revealed, like, in Something Sweet to Bite 2, the ending has the Candy Mare seemingly possess Rainbow Dash. And now she basically has been taking her place since it seems ever since she managed to get to the human world. So, yeah. And, what else? And, so yeah, and I am so sorry about that, excuse me. And, yeah, it seems that I am so sorry, excuse me, but like, the Candy Mare isn't exactly, well, that's actually for another chapter. And, yeah. And once again, like, this, we also, like, once again see how, like, sick and twisted the Candy Mare is. Like, and I always, like, and looking back on this chapter now, I get the feeling of some kind of irony as well as some deja vu. So, yeah. So, yeah, and that was it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Sorry about that. Bye!